Looking to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They go play action here on first down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Off play action. Weaver. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing again. Weaver. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. Weaver. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. A big play on third. There for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Leopard!
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage and mixed traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake. Weaver. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, that's Thompson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on
All
fourth
right, now,
down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Instead of making them earn it on fourth, they jump and give them the first.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a first
All right,
and
now,
goal.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Thompson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
3 down. Gun.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw in here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
On 3rd down, that's Thompson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Thompson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is up to 15 now. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now
The only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
12 mine. Watch tight. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
We got 3.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they
All right, now,
would,
lucky
because if they
56,
were
lucky
confident enough
56.
to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First down, Mayfield. Going deep here for Lamb. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw. Weaver. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Weaver. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Washington. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, baby.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Throwing to start the drive. Weaver.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Throwing on third and long. Weaver. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they
20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Mayfield now on second down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. So now they'll come up on second and 10 once again from the 28.
Lucky 56.
A second down throw for Mayfield. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gun! Hey. 4 down.
Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mayfield on first down, and he will find Ridley on the left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mayfield. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. 2nd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Lucky 56.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Mayfield in trouble, and he'll go down back at at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
To throw on second down. Weaver. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Weaver. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Gun!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Nice hit, boy.
Landry now on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his third quarter in Indy. Making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. A first down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. From the red zone now, Mayfield buying time to his left. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Quan Alexander able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Again, a run to Thompson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check motion, 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 motion.
Back to throw. Weaver. He's going to fire one going deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Following the interception, Mayfield flushed out right. That's complete. It's Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now.
Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Detroit! Gun!
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. Steps away. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and just like that, it's third down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Browns on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down, 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check, 53, fight.
He's back to throw. And it's caught. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And incomplete on the deep ball. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiver...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Play fake, Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down. The Browns on third down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be third and forever.
Gone! Mike, 53, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try to get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
All right, now, lucky 56.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Tight on the left. Move. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Stand up over there. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27. Danny. Hot! Go get him. Over. Hot!
Looking to throw on second down. Weaver. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And the Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Hot! Let's go, Mike 50. Hot!
From the gun, Weaver. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. They go play action here on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. This has the carry. It does not. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 85 is coming, 85 is coming. Watch it, watch it.
They run it here with Thompson, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to get the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Get that quarterback. Hey, 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 hey. Hut! 50 to Mike. Hut! Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hut!
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. And they will take a knee here. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Steelers.